All right, sixth grade, our objective today is to continue talking about surface areas, in particular about cylinders today. So we will get into cylinder stuff, and if there is time and you do well with cylinders, I'd like to talk about pyramids. There will be a surface area quiz on either Friday or Monday just on what we've done with surface area. So it's like a part of the chapter. There are two quizzes in this chapter that I give. We've already had one, so I like to give you guys another one on surface area. That way it's not so much when we get to the end of the chapter. I'll let you know tomorrow for sure when that quiz will be. We definitely will do a review just to practice all the formulas once we've discussed every different type of polyhedron and its surface area formula. So, and typically with the prisms, a triangular prism is typically the hardest, and we're pretty much over that once we go over this. So on the warm-up, what should you do first? Annalise, what'd you do first? Well, that's fine. Go ahead. Okay, that. Nope. Sean? That's fine. We can start. We can go backwards. You got it. So what did you do first? Okay, how? Good job. Keep going. Oh, go Charles. Okay. Okay. Okay, what about what else am I labeling now? Good. 5 is the hypotenuse. So what are we finding this time? Just so good. So you can call that A or B, it doesn't matter. Okay, so then after, when you use Pythagorean's theorem, you should have 5 squared equals B squared plus 3 squared. The order doesn't matter. You could have 3 squared plus B squared. So Sean, you had 25 equals B squared plus 9 minus 9 on both sides. What did you get for B?
I got B.
Good. So that means your height, this height here is 4. So let me just pause there. Questions on Pythagorean's theorem, Mary? I don't know, is it? I guess it is kind of similar. Whoops. Yes. I didn't even realize that. Sorry. Yes, Mary. Good. Very good job, Becky. I know you're just doing it now, so I'm sure that's why you're like, I think I did this already. So questions on how we get that, Annalise? Okay. Can someone answer that? Alyssa? Good. Hypotenuse is always C. So it always has to be hypotenuse squared equals the sum of the legs squared. C is always the hypotenuse. You're given the hypotenuse in this one, which is 5. So no, Annalise, you always have to have that hypotenuse by itself. Emma H? Because of the homework? Yeah, I did not mean to do that. I'm sorry. I really thought that I had a good problem for you guys, too. All right. Yeah, well, but Charles, did you know to break it down, though? Okay. Okay. It's a special right triangle. So right, it's a special right triangle. We're going to talk about that in chapter 9. We're going to talk about that. So, okay, so now we have that. So after you do the actual surface area formula, you get, did I give you units? Nope. You get 88 units squared. What's wrong? Yeah. Yeah. So, Annalise? Well, if you rephrase that, the hypotenuse is always C. We talked about that before last week. So A squared plus B squared equals C squared. C is always the hypotenuse. A and B are the other sides. Okay. Anyone else on the warm-up? Raise your hand if you got the warm-up. Okay. Jeremy, you okay on the warm-up? Okay, you got to ask. So what part? This is the base. It's always the triangles that are the base. So it's 2 times area of the base, which is 1/2 base, which is 6, times height, which is 4. So if it's a triangular prism, the triangle is always the base. And then are you okay with the perimeter of the base, or did you just need to know what the base was? Yeah. Okay. Sure you're okay? Okay. Mary? Thank you. All right, we good on the warm-up. Okay, let's go over homework. Okay, and I would like to start with that triangle page in your packet. So you just had 3 problems on this. These should have been pretty easy. So page 154A. Okay, Alyssa, number 1. Good. Number 2, Annalise. Good. Justin, number 3. Good job. Okay, before I go to the book problems, questions on those 3. Emma? Okay, so let me just read to you, let me kind of go backwards here. So you should have 120 plus 400. That's why. So 2 times 1/2 times 8 times 15. Okay, but 17 is the hypotenuse. Don't use the hypotenuse. You have to use the base and the height. Okay? So just be careful there. Anyone else on those problems? Bless you. All right, bless you. Let's go to the book problems, which was pages 541 and 542. Okay, I only had you do some of these, of course. So Emma H., what did you put for number 1? Good. Surface area equals 2b plus pH. Number 5, Charles. Good. So what should the answer have been? Okay, it should have been 60 plus 120. So what should the final answer have been? 180 centimeters squared. And if you explained there what the mistake was instead of redoing the whole thing, that's fine. Just somewhere along the lines you had to say what they did wrong. Okay, number 8. You okay? You sure? Number 8, Mary? No, you're off a little bit. Adam, number 8. Adam, are you still using the wrong formula like you were yesterday? Okay, take your time on your homework, okay? Matt? Good, 1,056 feet squared. Number 9, Alyssa? Good, 88 meters squared. Okay, now we're getting to the hard one. When I was walking around, not many of you got 15 right, so. All right, Matt, we'll start with you. What'd you get for 15? Nope. Emma? Nope. Justin? No. Emma? No. Annalise? Yeah. 384 what? Okay. Annalise, can you slowly explain to us what you did? Okay, that's all right. Okay. Wait, say that again. 2 times what? Okay, I'm just 2 times 80 plus. You did it a little differently than me, so I'm just trying to think as you go. Okay, keep going. Okay. So you got 340. Okay, then you subtracted 80 because that was the base. Okay. Yeah, I'm just going to put a rectangle around there. Okay, go ahead. Okay. Okay, so I'm just going to put, you kind of have some of it simplified a little bit. Okay? That's why I'm a little confused. Go ahead. Okay. Okay, and then what'd you get? Yeah, very interesting way to do that. I did mine a little bit differently. So can you explain to everyone why you subtracted the 80 on both of them? You're correct. I'm just thinking through how you did it. So just tell everyone why you did that, because that's what I did, just a different way. Good job. Do you guys understand that? So if you look at the complicated, if you don't have it in front of you, I'll hold mine up. If you look at the complicated polyhedron here, or solid, the bottom, or I should say one of the faces of the triangular prism is shared with one of the faces of the rectangular prism. So you can subtract it like Annalise did, or what I did is I just didn't include it. I kind of changed the surface area formula slightly when I was finding each of them last night when I was doing this. So you can either adjust the surface area formula or do what Annalise did, use your common sense and say, well, there's two bases here, one on each, or faces that I don't need because it's hollow inside. You have to get rid of them somehow, some way. That's why I wanted to hear how she did it. There are a couple ways that you can kind of think through this. Some of you guys were very close. We are going to do more of these when we're done with all the surface area formulas because they're fun. It makes you think about the formulas and what sides you have and what sides you don't have. Donatus? You want to see this? Yeah, you can look at that. Yeah, go ahead. Mary. Yeah, I can't remember if it's the surface area quiz or the chapter test, but I do have a bonus kind of like this. It's just fun. However, Mary, we are going to do more problems like this in class because I like it because it makes you guys think about the formulas. It is tricky. I mean, these make me think sometimes. Like when Annalise was explaining it, I had to think through what she was exactly doing as well. You put on my desk. Thank you. Emma. You probably just, oh, I know why. You were looking at this. Look, you were looking at the wrong number.
No, I was.
Yeah, but look, these are sevens.
No, I wasn't looking.
Well, how did you get 7 then? Okay, all I'm guessing is you looked at the wrong problem and you took that 7 by accident. There's no other way. Okay. I don't know how you got 7 though. That's the only thing I'm confused about. Charles. Yes, you may. Annalise. Yes. All right. You okay, Taylor? Okay. So very good. I'm very impressed on that. Any questions or comments on homework? Okay. And if you're still like, oh, geez, that's still hard, we are going to do more of these, just maybe later this week. All right. Let's take out notes. You can just, well, no, I need to sign it, I guess. I don't know where my pen is. And I want you guys to open up to cylinders. We're going to talk about surface area of a cylinder today. Thank you. Which, in my mind, I don't think you guys will have a hard time with this. Adam, what are you doing now? Writing that down. What are you working on? Okay, we're not on that page. Yeah. Okay, so in your notes, the cylinders, this is page 20. Sorry, my voice is still bizarre. I lost it over the weekend, and it's still not back. All right. Come on, cylinder. Okay, here we go. Okay, so 10.5e, I know you guys probably are wondering why I did this to the notes. Your book teaches all types of polyhedrons, surface area, all in one lesson. To me, that's a little bit ridiculous. So I broke it down to teaching you one per day, sometimes, of course, two. To me, it's much better for you to thoroughly understand the formula and how to find surface area.
Following students, please report to the Dean of Students office. Following students, please report to the Dean of Students office. Taylor Mercer.
Okay. So today we're going to talk about cylinders. What do you guys think the surface area formula for a cylinder is? Jeremy?
Caleb Russell. Drew Nelson. Those students, please report to the Dean of Students office.
Good. What do you think the simplified version of it is? Donatus? Okay, so you and Jeremy kind of similar, but kind of different. What formula do you think I'm going to give you today? Annalise? Good. So let me go right to this. Now, 2B plus pH, however, why do I have a C? Melissa? Yeah. So instead of finding perimeter of a circle, we're finding the circumference. It is still the same formula. If you prefer to put what Jeremy and Donata said, which is, I thought you said pi in there. Okay, my fault. I thought you said pi in there for some reason, so never mind. You got it. If you would prefer to write it down as 2 times pi r squared plus 2 times pi times r times h, you could do that. However, Justin, you're with me, right? You with me? However, I told you guys that I would give you one consistent formula so that you always remember, okay, rectangular prism, triangular prism, cylinder, 2b plus pH. If it's a circle, use your common sense, you know its circumference. To find circumference of a formula, you can use 2 times pi times r or pi times diameter. So you could even switch that formula if you would like. Those of you learning these in science class, do you like writing them out or do you like the condensed version? Annalise? Okay, just because it's easier to remember. Sean? Okay. 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 Yeah, use 2b plus pH for all of them.
Which one's area and which one's circumference for a circle?
Oh, that's what you're talking about. Oh, well, we already did that, so you should know. That's prior knowledge, so I am assuming, since we already took a quiz on that you've mastered it, I would just say work on it. Area of a circle is pi r squared. Circumference is 2 times pi times r. So, yeah, I see what you're saying, Sean. That's just something little. You're going to do a lot of practice today, so that should be perfected. Alyssa? We're not a pyramid. It works for prisms. So 2b plus pH works for prisms. If I have time, I'm going to show you a pyramid. Pyramid formulas are different for one reason, because there's only one base. So they are slightly different, but I try to keep them as similar as I could. We'll see. We're getting there. I'm going to show you. All right, so any other questions on the cylinder formula? Annalise? Okay, go ahead. Yeah, Matt just asked me that. Yeah, there's only one base instead of two, but it's still a little bit different. Just wait till I get to it. Okay, let me do a little practice with this, and then we should be able to get to it today. Alrighty, let's start with example 1, okay? Find the surface area of a cylinder whose base has a radius of 4 and whose height is 6 inches. So I want you guys to put here, here's our radius, which is 4 inches, and the height is 6 inches. Jeremy, you with me? On the right page? Okay, just leave it on your desk. That's fine. You just follow it with us. That's fine. All right, so we know our formula for surface area of a rectangular prism. A triangular prism is 2b plus pH. In this one, of course, it's 2b plus ch. I can't write down an h. Okay, so area of a circle, Justin, is what? Squared, right? Okay. Matt, how do you find circumference of a circle? You didn't write it down? Okay, what is circumference of a circle, Annalise? Yep. Okay, pi times diameter, or 2 times pi times r. Why would I write down the 2 times pi times r formula? Mary? Yep. Okay, all of you that did not write this down, write this down. If you didn't write down the second formula of the cylinder surface area, please write that down, the one in red. Especially if you don't know area or circumference of a circle, you have to know those. Annalise? Yeah. Yep. All right. So let's plug in what we have. 2 times pi times 4 squared plus 2 times pi times 4 times 6. Okay, take the left-hand side of the formula. I would use 3.14 as pi. And you need to square the 4 first. So do 4 squared, which is 16, times 3.14 times 2. Adam, what'd you get for that side? Good, 100.48. Emma H., what did you get for the right-hand side? Awesome. Sorry, having difficulty writing today. So our final answer, Jeremy, is? Good job. Donatus? You simplified it to what? 80 pi? Okay, that's fine. Yeah, if you leave it in terms of pi, in geometry, they'll ask you sometimes to leave your answer exact. If you leave it in terms of pi, that's an exact answer. So yeah, that's good, Donatus. I like that. Annalise? Yeah, it's right here. Yeah, you asked me that. Yep. Yep. Same thing. Pi times diameter is the same thing as 2 times pi times r. Well, yeah, I use that too. It's right here. This is the same thing as this. Okay? I'm just writing it all out until everyone makes sure that they understand it and decides what they want to use. Okay, any other questions on that? Okay, I want you guys to try number 2 on your own. This is pretty much the same thing we've been doing, just a different figure. So I want you to try number 2 on your own. I'll be right there just. Good. Oh, try that again. Good job. Oh, sorry. Try that again. Good job. Nope, do that again. This needs to be away. Okay, away. Not right. Oh, I didn't see your pi. Sorry. My fault. You're good. I didn't see your pi. Sorry. Good job. Okay, so Final answer here is 551.1 feet squared. If you leave it in terms of pi, that's fine as well. Mary? It's fine. You just round it differently. If you round it differently, as I always tell you, I am not going to mark that wrong. Donatus? So wait, say it a little louder. You probably use the pi button. That's fine. You're good. Okay, anyone else have questions on that one? Give me a thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs down on cylinders. Yeah. Okay, let's try one more. Okay, number... Okay, let's look at the closing, actually. Okay, that's what I want to do. So, and then I want to show you at least one or two pyramid problems, okay? So on the closing, it says, the two cereal containers shown below hold the same amount of cereal. Just from looking, what do you think has less surface area? So just from looking, I want an opinion before you actually find the surface area of each. Sean, which one do you think is less? Okay, Matt? The rectangle? Okay. Annalise? Hold on, I just want to take a vote real quick. Matt, you said the rectangle. Sean, you said the cylinder. Annalise, you said the cylinder. I'm going to abbreviate. Donatus? The what? Emma? Mary? No, you don't have to vote. I'm just curious. Justin? All right, so Charles? Emma? All right, so I'm going to stop with that here. Jeremy, go ahead. Last one. Okay, so I want you guys to find the surface area of each, and then we're going to talk about it, okay? Talk about why. So you're going to find the surface area of the rectangular prism as well as the cylinder. Okay, now it's one thing looking at something and it's one thing calculating something. So let's see what happens here. Don't give anything away yet. Yes. 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 Give me a chance to try that one again. I'm going to try that one again when you get a chance. Actually, both of them. good so far. You need to try that one again. You need to try that one again. Okay, I'm going to start to go over this. So the first one should be 251.375 inches squared. If you round it differently, that's okay. So on the rectangular prism, questions on how to use the formula. Okay, on the second one, Emma, sorry. Okay, did you look at what I wrote up here?
Yeah, but I had this.
Okay, did you get 41.25 plus, which one did you not get? This one? So did you do 2 times 7.5 plus 2 times 2.75, all times 10.25? You probably just typed it into your calculator wrong. So why don't you just try typing it in again? Okay. And then the cylinder, I'm going to kind of go to the last two steps here. You should get 42.45 plus 163.28. You end up with 205.7 inches squared. So questions before we talk about the cereal container? Questions on using the formula? Okay, so the one that held less was the cylinder. Okay, and there were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of you that voted that said you would think the cylinder would hold less. That is true. Would you say? Well, it says that. Correct, correct. So why do you guys think? Why is the surface area less? Donatus, why do you think? Good, it's round. Anyone else want to say anything, Annalise?
Well, because
Uh-huh. Yep, that's perfect. Emma? Correct. Good. Very good. Jeremy? Yeah. Yep. I agree. Yep. Did everyone get those right? Annalise, question or comment? Oh, you know, it is. Yep. I agree. Okay, anyone need to go over the formulas for either of those? Okay, let me just kind of talk about the pyramid. Maybe we'll just do one example. So flip over your notes. We have a pyramid and a cone left for the two formulas that we need to talk about. So I still am saying the surface area quiz will be Friday or Monday. We'll see how things go tomorrow. Okay, let me go to pyramid, then I'll ask if you guys know the formula. If the smart bow will get moving here. All right, so here's a picture of a pyramid. Of course, there's many different pyramids that we can talk about, but there's at least one picture. The difference of a pyramid is there is something called a height, but also something called a slant height. So pay attention to this. The height is still going to be the height of your pyramid, okay? The slant height is on the side. So you guys need to make sure you understand the different heights here. There's a height of the pyramid. Can you guys visually see what I'm talking about? And then there's a slant height, which is on the side. Okay, it's how slanted the pyramid is. The slant height is notated as L, usually like a cursive L is what they use to represent what the slant height is. Okay, H is the height of the pyramid. Mary? Correct. Emma? You could think of it that way. Yeah. Annalise? We're not there yet. We've defined one. No, they're not the same. Nope. We're going to have to use Pythagorean theorem again. Jeremy? Okay, we're getting there. You guys are asking me. We're getting there. I didn't teach that yet. Hold on. Matt? Or the opposite. Yes. So let me give you the formula. Okay, and then we'll talk through it. So for this one, instead of 2b plus pH, different, okay? So the first thing different is there's only one base. So for a pyramid, it's area of the base, which is represented as B, plus 1/2 times P times L. Okay, P is the perimeter of the base. L is the slant height. Where do you think the 1/2 comes from? And we're not proving it, but I'm just wondering if you figured that out. Alyssa? Good. It's from when you find the area of a triangle. Alyssa, where do the triangles come into play? Good, the sides of the pyramid. So there is a proof for this. You'll analyze that more so in geometry, but I just at least want you to think about that a little bit. So again, make sure you have the formula written down and that you have arrows pointing to so you know what is what. Mary? You sure? Justin? No. Nope. Because the B takes care of that because it's still going to be the area of the base. Good questions. All right, so let's try one example. Okay, we'll do it slowly. So here's the example that I would like to do. All right, we need to find the surface area of the given figure. Go figure. Okay. They first ask us here or give us a hint, and they say, what is the shape of the base? So don't go ahead of me here. Can you guys tell me what is the shape of the base here? Donatus? Good. So I want you guys to put down a rectangle. On a pyramid, it's important that you look at what the base is. That will help you. So now we're going to write down that surface area is B plus 1/2 PL. So now let's start with, we have to find area of the base first. How do we find area of the base? Annalise? Why is it a square? Yeah, no, this is 8 and this is 3. This is the base. Well, even if it was drawn, because this is 3 and this is 8. So look at the numbers, not the drawing, okay? So we have 8 times 3 here. We're just going to do one thing at a time. That's the area of the base. Now, when we find perimeter here, okay, we have 1/2. Donatus, how do we find the perimeter of the base? Good. So 8 plus 8 plus 3 plus 3, or 2 times 8 plus 2 times 3. Okay, all times the slant height. Do we have the slant height on this one? No. So you guys know, let me get a different color here. We know that the height is 16. Okay, we do not know what that is, which is our slant height. What is this right here? Donatus, what's this? So what is it? Okay, I'm going to take out this triangle that Donatus just helped us find. We know this is 16. We know this is 4. We don't know that. Where the question mark is, that is the slant height, which is represented by L. So, is everyone clear on how we just pulled that triangle out? Give me a head nod. Okay, now what? Emma? Yep, so we now have to use Pythagorean theorem to find the slant height. So 16 squared plus 4 squared equals L squared. I'm going to call it L squared since we're finding the slant height. 256 plus 16 equals L squared. Add them. 272 equals L squared. Take the square root of both sides. What is the slant height? Justin? Yep, and I'm going to round to 16.5. I would say round to the nearest tenth or hundredth. So over here, guys, the slant height is 16.5. This is probably the most complicated that it will get, where you do have to calculate and find that slant height. Is everyone okay? Okay, I want you to go ahead and simplify each side and put down what the final surface area is if you haven't already. I know some of you are ahead of me here. Awesome. Did you do that like way before me, Matt? Okay, good. The L. Then you were good? Okay. Just making sure. Is that your final answer? Not right. Oh, you're close. That might be why. You're good. You're good. You're good. Okay, on what part of it?
How did you get the 4?
Because it goes this way.
Oh, okay.
Half of 8 is 4.
Oh, okay.
Okay. That's not right. Good job. Okay, so you guys get here 24 plus, what was the other side? Thank you. 181.5. I don't know why I didn't have my decimal on there. So our final answer here is 205.5 centimeters squared. You okay, Adam? Okay. Did you figure out what you did wrong? Is why I asked if you were okay, not because of your itchy foot. All right, so I'm going to give you guys 2 things to try for homework. Okay, we're going to do more pyramids tomorrow. I just wanted at least to have you guys try one. Okay, so in your homework packet, first one is page 157, 1 to 6, and the second one is going to be page in your homework packet 154B, numbers 1, 4, and 6. So that's all. So here's what I did. I gave you guys 6-cylinder problems to try, and then 3 pyramids to try. I know you're probably going to struggle a little more on the pyramids, but 3 is not a lot, at least for you to try to use the formula a little bit. Kind of like I did triangular prisms. We'll make sure we finish more of those up tomorrow. And then all I have left to do with you is cones. So I'm hoping we can get to that tomorrow. They are. Thursday and Friday will be practice days. We'll see how that goes. I'm probably leaning more towards Monday for your surface area quiz. I know Monday quizzes aren't fun, but just how it falls. And it's just a quiz. It's not going to be anything crazy. Too long. What'd you say? Yeah, no, I wouldn't do that. Wait, but you're not starting them yet. Okay. Yeah. Now, you guys aren't starting those until the week of April 8th. I'm going to talk to your principals about that. We still have some time. Okay, I will let you know. All right, any other questions? All right, you guys can get packed up.